something special again for you today on Land 101. Hi everybody, I'm Randy Tibbins.
I'm Lynn Tibbins.
Come on into our brand new show, Land 101. This is our second show, and we have one great topic to talk about this time. It's one that people don't often think about, but I think it's very important when you talk about entry-level investments in land, and that is, show topic today, why land?
Well, land, like we said earlier in our first show, land is really the forgotten investment.
Yes.
When you consider traditional investments, you're always hearing about stocks, bonds, insurance, mutual funds.
That's true.
Those are also investments.
The radio has it on all day long.
But you see, the problem with most of those investments is that they're tied to dollars. They're dollar denominated. And if you're following along, anybody that's got any kind of an eye towards the financial aspect today, you're realizing that our government is printing about $65 billion in new money. Actually, what they're doing is they're selling treasury notes for about $65 billion a month.
And they were doing more than that for a while, weren't they?
But that's devaluing your dollar's buying power. So anything that's tied to dollars, stocks, bonds, insurance, mutual,
kind of goes down.
Is spiraling down. It means
is that why I pay more for Cheerios every week at the grocery store?
Exactly, and that's why
inflation.
you're seeing the cost of postage stamps.
Oh yes.
You're seeing the cost of all of these other little things going upward.
That's right.
So that means that your dollar's buying power is going downward.
And one of the things we found out about land, it's the perfect hedge against this inflation because land floats with inflation. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, well that's one of the things we try to tell our clients.
The basic tenet of land is the fact that you're not making any more of it.
That's right.
So its level of manipulation is very minimal, as opposed to other stocks, bonds, and things that can
be
Be
manipulated.
printed. You can print more stock, you can print more insurance, you can print more money.
Which waters down the stock.
It waters it down, it waters its value down. So
here we're just printing more money and it inflates the money supply, but the land value stays firm and moves up with inflation because it costs more greenies to buy it.
That's right.
Is that what it's all about?
It stays buoyant. It doesn't lose its value. It stays par. Then when you add other components, which we'll go into in another show, it retains its value and then some. So land is probably your number one hard asset to own.
So in other words, it pays to own land because you take an elevator ride up with the inflation as it takes the dollar down.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
Exactly.
And that's one of the reasons people want to own land.
That's one of the key things.
Holds its
the real thing about land we alluded to in our very first show is the fact that when the United States became a nation, it became the first time that the common man was able to own land.
That's very important.
Up until then, only the aristocracy and the royalty owned it.
And you know, that's the way it is in some countries today still, isn't it?
Most of the world, about two-thirds of the world today is still in that position.
That's when people come from some of those countries, they want to own land because it's a big deal to them.
That's right. It is a big deal.
All right, that's all we have time for today. The next topic we'll be covering on the next show, we'll be talking about more of why you need land.
Exactly.
And of course, we'll get into population growth, which is a big deal.
Exactly.
For right now, I'm Randy.
I'm Lynn.
Come on back next time for Land 101.
101.
Bye-bye, everybody.